Okay, hello everyone. Good evening. So I am audible. Everyone is able to hear my voice. Yes or no? Yes. Why? No. N. That's it. Okay. So screen is also visible to everyone. So today we are going to cover these many topics, specifically India-Nepal dispute, SpaceX spacecraft, Universal Basic Income Group Income Program, and Mission Sagar. Trump invites Modi for G7 summit. Okay, so these things we are going to cover one by one. Okay. Clear? Okay. So first issue that is news. Okay, this is India Nepal dispute. So today actually we are going to discuss those issues which were in news from the 1st June. Because for you people, because you are going to give the exam for 2021 actually. So 2021, for example, if it is happening, okay, on this date that is they provided or okay earlier, that is June, okay, 2021, then you have to definitely prepare for the current affair portion from this 1st June till okay that time only, correct? So that is the reason is I am starting this current affair on the from the 1st June itself. So जब फर्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक जो अभी न्यूज़ में था दैट इज इंडिया नेपाल डिस्प्यूट वो हम पढ़ेंगे. ये इंडिया नेपाल डिस्प्यूट क्या है? इट इज़ एक्चुअली ऑल अबाउट दिस एरिया जिसको जो ट्राई जंक्शन एरिया इज देयर, इसके बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे. सो फॉर दैट एक्चुअली फर्स्ट वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड समथिंग. ओके, सो उसके लिए फर्स्ट वी नीड टू गो थ्रू मैप. ओके, for example if this is okay India, okay, if this is India, correct? So you can check for example this area. Okay, okay, just 1 minute. Okay, this area जो ये area है it is Nepal actually, this area is Nepal. Okay, this area is Nepal है. So अभी right now boundary actually है from this area to this area. But earlier क्या था? earlier we need to understand कि नेपाल जो एरिया था नेपाल, it actually belongs to here also, here also, correct? And some this region also, and some this Sikkim region also. This much was Nepal actually during British time. During British time, Nepal was this much. Okay. For example, Kumayu region, Garhwal region, Sikkim region, Awadh region. इतना था पूरा नेपाल during British time. But then, okay, नेपाल का war हुआ, एंड आफ्टर जिसको बोलते हैं एंग्लो नेपाल वॉर हैपेंड. स्पेशली एंग्लो नेपाल वॉर जो हुआ वो 1814 से लेके 1816 तक हुआ. 1816 में ब्रिटिश एक्चुअली दे वॉन दिस वॉर, एंड देन वन ट्रीटी वाज साइंड जिसको बोलते हैं दिस ट्रीटी ऑफ सगोली. 1816 ट्रीटी ऑफ सगोली वाज साइंड. सगोली एक्चुअली कहाँ पे? सगोली एक्चुअली राइट नाउ इट इज इन बिहार. Right now it is in Bihar, okay, in West Champaran district of Bihar. So in this treaty, what happened now? In this treaty, this area was taken, this area was taken, this area was taken, and this area was taken. Okay. Earlier Nepal actually belongs from the Satluj river till okay from Satluj से जाके तीस्ता तक. This much was Nepal earlier. From Satluj से start होगा, okay, एंड सतलज से लेके टिल यहाँ तक जाएगा तीस्ता रिवर तक. बट राइट नाउ नेपाल कहाँ तक है? टुडे टुडे नेपाल का बाउंड्री हो गया है दिस रिवर जिसको बोलते हैं काली रिवर और शारदा रिवर. इंडिया में भी कॉल शारदा रिवर, और ये नेपाल है दे यूज टू कॉल दैट काली और महाकाली रिवर टिल दिस रिवर. एक रिवर है छोटा जिसको बोलते हैं मैची रिवर एक्चुअली, अगेन नॉट दैट मच ऑफ इम्पॉर्टेंट रिवर। टुडे नेपाल इज टिल दिस एरिया ओनली। सो अभी हमें मालूम चल गया कि नेपाल एरिया हैज बीन रिड्यूस्ड। तो प्रॉब्लम क्या हुआ, प्रॉब्लम इज हैपेंड रिगार्डिंग द महाकाली रिवर। महाकाली रिवर फॉर एग्जाम्पल दिस एरिया हो गया, दिस इज द महाकाली रिवर, this is the Nepal, this is India, and this is Mechi river. Problem with this river, what the problem this river is having? The problem with this river is having this river course is not actually constant, it is just moving here and there regarding comes. Okay, yes, Kala Pani is the name of the area, river name is Kali river. Okay, so that we need to understand. See, this is correct. अभी क्या है ना, सो प्रॉब्लम विद दिस एरिया एक्चुअली। ओके, अभी इंडिया क्या कर रहा है, इंडिया इज मेकिंग रोड। जो भी पिलग्रिमेज हैं, जो पिलग्रिमेज पहले कहाँ से जाते थे, अर्लियर दे यूज टू गो थ्रू सिक्किम एरिया, नाथुला पास होके दे यूज टू गो टू द ओके टू द कैलाश मानसरोवर यात्रा, करेक्ट। अभी इंडिया ने क्या किया, इंडिया इज मेकिंग द ओके इन कंप्लीट ये रोड बना दिया है टिल्ली पूरे 80 किलोमीटर ले, 80, करेक्ट। कोसी रिवर इज डिफरेंट, ओके, एंड काली रिवर इज डिफरेंट, ओके। सो 80 किलोमीटर रोड बना रहा है। सो यहाँ पे नेपाल को लग रहा है कि भाई इतना एरिया में पूरा हमारा एरिया है, बिकॉज नेपाल इज थिंकिंग दैट दिस एरिया बिलोंग्स टू देम ओनली, दैट इज द इशू हैपनिंग। ओके, नेपाल को अभी भी लग रहा है कि दिस एरिया एक्चुअली बिलोंग्स टू देम, और इंडिया जो रोड बना रहा है ना, दिस रोड ओके फ्रॉम कालापानी टू द लिपू लेक, इंडिया इज मेकिंग द रोड। नेपाल is saying that this road actually they are building in their own territory, that is the reason is they issued new maps, okay, new map they have issued. Problem what is happening actually, this is actually limpia dhura, this Kali river that is going actually uska ek stream, one stream is coming from this area actually, this is suppose Kali river, okay, and another stream suppose example it is coming from this area, for example another stream is coming from this area, another stream is coming from this area, one more stream is there that is coming from this area, and then this will become the Kali river, and that is going to make the boundary between India and Nepal. A problem is this, Nepal is saying that Kali river's origin is this actually, that is Nepal, and India is saying that no, Kali river origin is this only, that is India. So the thing is that they said that given in the document Treaty of Sagoli, it is written that the boundary between India and Nepal will be the Kali river. So Nepal is saying that Kali river, since it is coming from this area, so this entire area, this area, this belongs to the Nepal only. But India is saying that no, Kali river actually may belongs to this. Okay, original stream of the Kali river is this. So border will be this only. That is the problem is actually regarding this and this. Two streams are coming. Two streams are coming. Oh, okay, and both are actually claiming that Nepal is claiming that stream that is coming from this Limpia Dhura, it is the original Kali river. India is saying that is coming through Lipu Lake, it is the original Kali river. That is the problem actually we are facing now. And that is the reason, if suppose example, India is claiming this, then entire Kalapani area will go to the India. But if India is accepting this as a original river, then entire this Kalapani area will go to the Nepal. अभी नेपाल अभी okay, why Nepal is doing this, why early Nepal was not having any issue? See right now क्या है कि there is Nepal में there is a okay, there is a president, okay, KP Sharma Oli, he is having lot of political pressure, because what happened that when in Nepal earthquake came, when in the Nepal earthquake came, okay, and one more thing happened कि Nepal was actually constituting one, okay, the Constitutional Assembly of the Nepal, they were drafting one constitution. So in the constitution, what they have done, there is something discrimination happened to the peoples, Madhesi people. We call that Madhesi people. Madhesi peoples are the peoples who are living in the Tarai region. Tarai region in the sense, for example, if this is the Nepal, okay, this is the Nepal, then those peoples who are living in this area, they are known as Tarai regions. Okay, so those Madhesi peoples, they are living in this region. Correct? They are living in this region. So what happened actually now? Nepal has actually okay making lot of districts here, and some area of this Nepal actually joined with this, joined with this, joined with joined. इससे क्या हुआ कि जो Madhesi people say, they lost their majority in one particular district or one particular state. Because of that, what happened? They taken the help of the India, because Madhesi peoples have a lot of okay similarity, culture, and everything with India. That is the reason is India supported them कि okay Madhesi peoples का whatever the interest is there, Nepal government need to listen, but Nepal government was not listening. So because of that, what India has done, India has put the lockdown. In that lockdown, what happened? Entire border was sealed. So whatever the okay things require, essential things, they were not allowed to cross here. Because of that, after 2 months of lockdown, okay, Nepal was left okay completely okay hopeless. No essential things are available. For example, gas, petroleum, and all these things. Okay, so because of that, actually, what happened then? China actually find this as a reason, okay, to appease Nepal, and China start giving support okay to the Nepal, and Nepali party they are also having communist party. They are also having communist party. So ideologically also they are similar to the China. Because of that, actually, China is now supporting. China is providing some debt to them. China is providing some infrastructure funding support because after the earthquake happened, lot of Nepal areas, especially city areas, that actually require a lot of infrastructure fund. So only actually China was ready to provide that much of infrastructure fund. So China was actually having this policy that we sometimes call debt diplomacy. Okay, debt diplomacy क्या है? China used to provide lot of debt, and in this debt actually countries used to be trapped. Now because you have to return, but you cannot return. So now if you are not able to return, then you have to listen whatever they want. That means you have to work as an ally. So now Nepal was forced to work as an ally. Up see this area, because see now this road has been built. This road, okay, from the Kalapani to the Lipuluk 80-kilometer road has been built, and this is entire China area, correct? Now this road can be used by the army also to okay send the okay army personals or lot of okay other material support if any war happened with China. So China is having this problem कि now India is able to develop lot of okay border जो भी BRO is there, BRO, okay, border road organization. This border road organization, they are building lot of roads around this entire areas. So because of this lot of development, China is having issue. Anytime a war happened, now actually like 1962, okay, we cannot defeat India easily. So because of that, they are actually pressurizing the Nepal, and Nepali peoples are there now. They are also against India because of this lockdown. A lot of issues happen. So because of that, lot of pressures happening. Now Nepal government has issued a map. In that map, they have shown this entire area as the Nepal area. Yes, if Limpidora will be the source of Kali River, then Lipulik entire Kalapani it will become the part of the Nepal only. Correct. This is the problem actually we are facing here. So this is see. This is the main issue is that this is the boundary. So this is the entire Kalapani region only, and India has built one road completely till here. Okay, this. So one stream is coming from this area. This okay, this area that is known as Limpudhura. This is one stream. Another this is one stream. So India has built this road actually. This road. अब see this road से क्या होगा? If you are coming this turn, ना, you are very close to the China now. Now, if any war happened, definitely we can supply a lot of materials easily here. So now we can defend our territory easily against China. That is the reason China is also not happy with this building of road. Even China is not happy. Okay, whatever the border, okay, infrastructure we are building with the help of BRO. BRO is nothing but border, okay, road organization. It comes under Ministry of okay Home Affairs. Okay, they are building this road. Now, right now, those people who are living in this area, they are Indians only. They are not Nepalis. Okay. Correct. So the thing is this: India and Nepal they have border dispute over Kalapani, Limpiodhura, Lipu Lake transaction between India, Nepal, and China. Lipu Lake जो है Lipu Lake is the tri-junction. ध्यान रखना Lipu Lake Pass is a tri-junction between India, Nepal, and Tibet. Earlier we used to say that, but Tibet is taken by the China. That is the reason is now between three countries: India, Nepal, and okay China. And Sosta area. Kalapani region क्या है? Kalapani is a valley that is administered by India as a part of the Pithoragarh district. जो Kalapani area है that comes under the Pithoragarh district of the Uttarakhand, and it is situated on the Kailash Mansarovar route. I already told you this thing because now Kailash Mansarovar Yatra can be gone okay by this route only. Earlier क्या था? Earlier they have to go through Sikkim, then Nathula Pass, then entire Tibet, and then go to the Kailash Mansarovar. That means major actually जो भी road था major traveling it was in the part in the territory of China only. But now okay if pilgrims are going through Lipu Lake Pass, correct? Now majority of the road will be in India side only. So lot of traveling time will be the Indian side only. We easily can approach to the Kailash Mansarovar. So Kala Pani जो है ना, it is advantageously located at a height of 20,000 feet and serve as an observation post for that area. And Kali River, in that Kala Pani region, this demarcate the border between India and Nepal. Already I have studied this. Correct? In here actually here LAC has nothing to do because LAC is only India and China. Okay, LAC is the border that is okay. LAC क्या है? LAC is the border between India and China. Here we are discussing India and Nepal. Okay, so LAC is line actual control. Okay, actually में कहा जाता है ना, sometimes diplomats used to say it is neither line nor actual nor even control. Just like Holy Roman Empire, neither holy, not Roman, nor even empire. Same way LAC, because China considers something as an LAC, India considers something as an LAC. That is the difference. Okay, so Treaty of Sagoli, I already told you, signed by the Kingdom of Nepal and the British India as the Anglo-Nepalese War in 1816. And they located the Kali River as the Nepal's western boundary with India. And Kali River used to change its course. Because of change of the course, also a lot of issues used to happen. So discrepancy क्या? Discrepancy in locating the source of Kali River. This is the main problem. Okay, discrepancy in locating the source of the Kali River that led to the boundary dispute between India and Nepal, with each country producing maps supporting their own claim. That is the issue. India is saying that okay, origin that is coming through the Lipu Lake, that is the original stream of the Kali River, but Nepal is saying that is coming through Limpudura. It is the original stream. Because of that, it issues happened. करेक्ट. सो आई थिंक दिस इंडिया एंड नेपाल डिस्प्यूट किस वजह से है, ऑलरेडी यू हैव एबल टू स्टडी दिस थिंग, और ये भी पता चल गया कि व्हाई दिस थिंग हैपेंड. बैकग्राउंड क्या था? बैकग्राउंड इज 2015. ओके, जो earthquake आया, after that India has put the lockdown, India has stopped providing the essential services for 2 months. So because of all these things, Nepali public and Nepali government, they are not happy, and lot of pressures are happening over the Nepali government also. So Nepali government, okay, does not want to, okay, show before the people that it is a weak government, it is under completely, okay, India. Because of that, they are doing this now. Now, one topic I have covered. Any doubt till here, you can ask now. Any doubt, anyone? Just ask. If no doubt, you can say N. If doubt, you can ask. Yes, India provided that during earthquake, but the thing is this. Okay, yes, India has provided that, but because of that, at that time they were framing the constitution. They were not listening to the India, okay, and Indian is interest. Because of that, India has put lockdown there. Lockdown was put because of that only. Okay, this before Treaty of Sagoli, there is another war was used to happen, but that is required in the history you will read, but that is even not required in history also. Most famous treaty यही है, Treaty of Sagoli, that you will going to read in the history also. No need to read multiple treaties. Okay, multiple treaties के लिए आपको एंग्लो मराठा वार important है, and okay, एंग्लो मराठा lot of treaties are there, and कार्नेटिक wars जो 4 wars हुए थे, that is important है. इंडिया नेपाल से उतना आपको important नहीं. इंडिया नेपाल only treaty of Sagoli is important. अब regarding security force, okay, what is the security force is there? सशस्त्र सीमा बल is there, okay, on the border of India and Nepal. India and Nepal is guarded by the Sashastra Seema Bal SSB, or India and Nepal border is porous. That is why India is saying that I am providing with the porous border. I am providing, okay, lot of things to your people. I am considering Nepalese, okay, citizens as Indian citizens. We are giving equals everything. Then you need to listen us actually. That is the problem India is also saying. Yes, border issues are basically sorted out through diplomatic only. Okay, even this also was actually sorted out by diplomatic only. In 1997, there was one actually committee was set up to. This is not a new issue actually. This is the very old issue. But this time, what happened? They are officially issuing the map. That is the problem. Clear now? Okay, any further issue? Okay, so now we are moving to another. If anyone still want to ask, they can ask. So SpaceX program. Okay, SpaceX program के बारे में. Yes, Gurkha troops, they are working with us only. See, Gurkha is with Indian also. ऐसा नहीं है कि Gurkha is only belongs to the Nepal, because Garhwal region, Kumayu region, Tarai region, culturally they are same. Okay, हम आंसर में और diplomatically we used to say that कि नेपाल के साथ जो whatever the relations we are having, the relation with Nepal actually is roti pani or roti kapda wala relations we are having. Okay, that is the relations we are having with the Nepal, because our people they used to go there. Okay, culturally we are same. Okay, habits say we are same. Even we have to do a lot of marriage relations we are having there. So because of that roti, okay, pani wala relations we are having with the Nepal. So Gurkhas, they are in India also, like Uttarakhand regions, Gurkhas are there. So Gurkha, okay, are okay, जो आपकी Gurkha regiment है, that regiments are not actually part, okay, built a consist of Nepali citizens, okay, but they were given their part there, because for example UPSC exam में भी Nepali citizens are there and Bhutani citizens are there. They used to given okay some sort of okay reservation there for them. Clear? Yes, definitely. China is helping Nepal. That is the reason is because politically both are same, because Nepal is also lot of communism is there and China is also communism is there. So political ideology is same. Hai. Another is China is providing lot of fund that India definitely cannot match. And because of that, I told you China is having this debt diplomacy, and under that they are trapping each and every country one by one. For example, Pakistan, Nepal, Maldives, Sri Lanka, this way. Belt and Road Initiative, okay, a lot of initiatives they are having because of that reason only. Correct. Now comes to, okay, this news was there, commercial space flight to dock with ISS. This happened. This news is important because it is the first time that private vehicle, commercial vehicle, that actually carried astronaut to the ISS. That is the most important part. उससे पहले हमको समझना चाहिए what is international space station. That things we need to study. कि what is this international space station? So this is the international space station. It is orbiting around the Earth. It is orbiting around the Earth. At what altitude it is orbiting around, okay, above the Earth? So it is orbiting around 400 kilometer above the Earth. 400 kilometer, we used to say that it is actually around low Earth orbit. Three orbits are there. एक होता है लो अर्थ ऑर्बिट, एक मीडियम अर्थ ऑर्बिट, एक जियो अर्थ ऑर्बिट. जियो स्टेशनरी मतलब 36,000 किलोमीटर पे आएगा. दैट वी विल कवर लेटर. करेक्ट. क्लियर हो गया इतना? ओके. नेक्स्ट इज, so now we are going to cover International Space Station. So International Space Station, basically it is an habitable artificial satellite. It is in low Earth orbit. Low Earth orbit, this means it is at the altitude of around 400 kilometer above the Earth's surface. For example, if this is the Earth, okay, for example this is the Earth, इसके ऊपर 400 किलोमीटर पे it is continuously revolving around the Earth. That is habitable. क्यों? Because peoples are, जो astronauts हैं, they are living there, habitable है. It is the largest human made body that is orbiting continuously around the Earth. Microgravity in Space Environment Research Laboratory. What is the purpose? Purpose is microgravity and Space Environment Research Laboratory. The question is why it is at 400 kilometer? Why it is not as medium Earth orbit? Why it is not at lower than 400 kilometer? See, if it is lower than 400 kilometer, for example, if we put this at 200 kilometer, then lot of drag will be possible. Because of drag, what will happen? Burning issue will happen. lot of fuel requirement will happen. Ultimately it can collapse also. If we are putting at the higher altitude, that is medium earth orbit, then lot of radiation issues are there. Because of that, those astronauts, those who are living in that, okay, satellite, uh, international space station, they will going to suffer physically. Because of that reason is it is at the 400 kilometer at the low earth orbit. Next question for prelims के लिए है, what are the space agencies that are involved here? This is the next question. So ध्यान रखना, only 5 countries are involved: USA, Russia, Japan, Europe and Canada. That is, China is not the part of International Space Station. India is also not the part of International Space Station. Only 5 countries are involved there. So 5 countries की जो भी आपकी स्पेस एजेंसीज आर देयर, दे आर इन्वॉल्व देयर. ये वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इंफॉर्मेशन है. चाइना इज नॉट द पार्ट, इंडिया इज ऑल्सो नॉट द पार्ट. ओनली यूएसए, रसिया, जापान, यूरोप एंड कनाडा, these are the 5 countries, they are the part. Europe is there just like a block only. Now whether China is having its own space stations, yes. Tiangong 1, Tiangong मतलब होता है heavenly space. Tiangong 1 is China's space station. It was launched in 2011, but it lost control in 2016. So it collapsed, actually it burned out. This is the China's. So now China is having another space station that is known as Tiangong 2, that is operational now. So ध्यान रखना, right now we are having internet space station Tiangong 2 that is belongs to the China, but international space station still it is a larger. Now India also have one target. Indian space station will be much smaller. ISRO is also planning to launch its own space station, but Indian space station will be much smaller, okay, compared to International Space Station, and to accommodate astronaut up to 20 days in space only. We cannot for continuously for 6 months or 4 months or 1 month, okay, just not more than for 20 days only, okay. And it will be the extension of Gaganyaan mission. Gaganyaan mission में क्या होगा, we are going to send, okay, the astronaut into the space, reusable rockets बना के, then we will bring that astronaut back. So उसी का एक एक्सटेंशन रहेगा इंडियन स्पेस स्टेशन, जहाँ पे माइक्रोग्रेविटी इन स्पेस एनवायरनमेंट रिलेटेड रिसर्च विल बी डन इनटू दैट. अब स्पेस एक्स क्या है? स्पेस एक्स एक्चुअली बिकेम द फर्स्ट प्राइवेट कंपनी. SpaceX became the first private company to launch people, that is human space flight into orbit. अभी तक होता था वो कहाँ से होता था? With the help of USA और Russia. But now SpaceX, that is, okay, owned by Elon Musk. Okay, this is SpaceX. It became the first private company. It launched this human space flight into the orbit. अब SpaceX के बारे में फिर से और पढ़ते हैं. So it is the 5th class of US spacecraft that to take human beings into the orbit. इससे पहले any other spacecraft were there, they have actually brought this human beings into the orbit. Yes, Mercury is one spacecraft, Gemini, Apollo, that is moon mission, and space shuttle programs. So till now there is 4 others were there. तो ध्यान रखना, it is not the first time कि any spacecraft is taking human beings into the orbit. Earlier Mercury mission, Gemini mission, Apollo mission and space shuttle programs. Okay, in that also we have launched like Kalpana Chawla, Sunita Williams, all this. So this is the 5th in the number. Now SpaceX is the name of the company. What is the name of the rocket? So उस rocket का क्या नाम है? That actually brought, okay, humans into the orbit. Rocket name is Falcon 9. ध्यान रखना, SpaceX is the name of the company. So it is the Falcon 9 which carried the spaceship into the orbit, and it was built by SpaceX. It was done under one mission जिसको बोलते हैं Demo 2 mission. Demo 2 mission was a mission collaboration of NASA and SpaceX. Under this only it was done. Demo 2 mission, okay, with NASA and SpaceX. Correct? And it is a part of Dragon 2, a class of reusable spacecraft developed and manufactured by American Aerospace, that is SpaceX. So ध्यान रखना, SpaceX is the name of the company. Falcon 9 is the name of the, okay, rocket that carries that spaceship, and mission was Demo 2. Correct? And name of the spacecraft, that is Dragon 2 part का है. Correct? Dragon 2. So इतना ध्यान रख, it is not the first time. Earlier also other spacecraft, already I told you, Mercury, okay, जो भी हमने अभी पढ़े थे ये सब, वो भी आप पढ़ लेना. Mercury, Gemini, Apollo, space shuttle. With that also we brought human into दिस इंडिया इज आल्सो हैविंग गगनयान मिशन, मैन मेड मिशन, तो उसमें हम लोग भी ये सब करेंगे, ठीक है। दिस इज द स्पेस एक्स। क्लियर हुआ? दिस इज नॉट दैट मच बिग इंफॉर्मेशन, बट फॉर प्रीलिम्स पर्पज इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट। क्या क्या इंपॉर्टेंट प्रीलिम्स के लिए फिर से बता दूं। International Space Station, at what altitude it is there. So they will give you options like this: low Earth orbit, medium Earth orbit, and geostationary Earth orbit. Geostationary is very high, 36,000 kilometer above. So it is low Earth orbit. Low Earth orbit is just 400 kilometers. Second is which are the countries are involved. So five countries are involved. That is USA, China, sorry, USA, Canada, Japan, Russia. Correct? In Japan, China is not the part. India is not the part. China is having its own space station, that is Tiangong 1 and 2. India has not developed yet, but India has programmed to develop one space station, but it will be much smaller in the size compared to the International Space Station. That things we need to know. That's it. Now we comes to universal basic income. It was in news because Rahul Gandhi has repeatedly he were asking to the government to deposit 7,500 rupees to the bank account of every migrant worker in the form of universal basic income. So regarding that only we need to study what does it mean by universal basic income. Correct? So what is basic income is actually? A basic income is a very regular income, periodic cash payment delivered unconditionally to all citizens, correct, on an individual basis without the requirement of work or willingness to work, free of cost. This money will be given. This money will be very irregular because it is a universal. Since it is a very universal, no exclusion will be done. No exclusion will be there. Cash payment will be there, correct? So this universal basic income has three components. That is the must. This is very important part for your mains exam. Whenever you are writing about universal basic income in your mains exam, you have to write definition in such a format. So it got three component है universality. That means all citizens included. Then only we can call that universal. All citizens should be included unconditionally. No condition should be put, then only it will become universal. Conditions in the sense no condition. For example, ऐसा नहीं हो कि you are saying that those who are earning this much of income they can eligible, those who are actually having this much of things they are not eligible. These things will not be there. Everyone will be included unconditionally. And agency, that is by providing support in the form of cash transfer to respect and not dictate. दैट इज रिस्क एंड चॉइस के ऊपर है, तो आपको कैश देना है. दैट मीन्स ऐसा ना हो कि यू आर नॉट फोर्सिंग द पीपल कि वट एवर कैश वी आर गिविंग यू हैव टू स्पेंड हेयर एंड देयर. गवर्नमेंट विल गोइंग टू टेल यू नो, गवर्नमेंट इज नॉट गोइंग टू टेल यू. इट इज अप टू द सिटीजन्स ओनली. वट एवर दे वांट they can do with the cash. That is universal basic income. Now the thing is that whether we need to have this universal basic income or not. So there are some those who are favoring this universal basic income, but equally there are some others are also there. They are saying that no, it should not be followed. So उसके बारे में भी हमको पढ़ना है कि what is this about universal basic income, correct? So first important है poverty. Okay, किसके लिए? poverty के लिए. poverty and vulnerability reductions होगा कि नहीं होगा? Yes, poverty and this will happen. poverty and vulnerability reductions होगा या नहीं होगा? It will happen, correct, because people will get the money. When people will get the money, correct, so it will be reduced in one fell swoop. Because हर किसी के अकाउंट में for example 1500 rupees 2000 rupees every month it is going, automatically poverty is going to be reduced, because with that money definitely they are going to purchase something okay to them. That is the thing. अब एक cons, so this is definitely will happen. Okay, poverty and vulnerability will going to reduce. Vulnerability कैसे reduce हो जाएगी? Because people will be having the money. With that money actually they can actually improve some health spending. They will improve some educational spending. अपने जो घर में रह रहे हैं those households, they can actually build up some households there with that money. Entire household नहीं, लेकिन थोड़ा protection तो दे सकते हैं. For example, they are living in those areas, though disaster prone areas are there, at least they can protect themselves. So that is the most important part is there. Even उससे भी नहीं, they can purchase insurance at least. Insurance का premium तो भर ही सकते हैं ना. So that is poverty and vulnerability is going to reduce. But against में जाएगा conspicuous spending. What is this? So इसमें क्या है conspicuous spending में कि households होते हैं, especially the male members. This household, that is specifically the male members, they may spend this additional income on wasteful activities. This is the main problem कि जो male members in the family, they can actually spend this money in the wasteful activities. Wasteful expertise, everyone know, it is alcohol, tobacco, vodka, all these things. Next is another important good thing is better targeting of poor in this universal basic scheme. Better targeting of poor. What is this better targeting of poor? As all individuals are targeted now, because it is the universal, no exclusion is there, no condition is there. So because of that, all individuals are targeted. Exclusion error जो है, it is zero. Okay, though inclusion error is there. Okay, inclusion error definitely will. Inclusion error मतलब क्या है कि many actually those peoples will also going to be included in this scheme, those who do not require their support, but they also will be included. So inclusion error will be there, but exclusion error will not be there, no one will be excluded. So definitely all the poor going to be covered. That is the thing. Next is यहाँ पे against में gender disparity induced by cash. करेक्ट. सो जेंडर डिस्पैरिटी दैट मीन्स क्या है कि जो जेंडर नॉर्म्स हैं दे मे रेगुलेट द शेयरिंग ऑफ यूनिवर्सल बेसिक इनकम विद इन ए हाउस होल्ड. मेन जो होते हैं मेल मेंबर्स, दे आर लाइकली टू एक्सरसाइज कंट्रोल ओवर द स्पेंडिंग ऑफ द यूनिवर्सल बेसिक इनकम. दिस मे नॉट ऑलवेज बी द केस विद अदर इन काइंड ऑफ ट्रांसफर्स. अदर इन काइंड ट्रांसफर में क्या होगा, फॉर एग्जाम्पल कि इंस्टेड ऑफ गिविंग राइस, wheat or sugar, if you give the money, then male members will decide, okay, what things we need to purchase from the market. So instead of purchasing now, okay, wheat or rice or sugar, they can purchase some wasteful activities. Okay, for example alcohol or something. Okay, that can be possible. Gender disparity will be there in induced by the cash. As much of cash will be there, definitely it has been seen the male members, they have more control over this cash, and they will going to, okay, purchase those things which they think that they are correct, this is correct. But if we are transferring in the form of kind, for example in the form of rice only, then male members cannot do. Again uske piche bhi hai ki they can sell this rice, whatever their rice they have received, they can sell this. But again there is a argument against, also argument in favor also. Next is insurance against shocks. This is another favor. Insurance against shocks ये क्या है? This income floor will provide a safety net against health. Okay, safety against health, income and other shocks. That is the thing. So this insurance against shocks will happen. This income floor will provide a safety net against health, income and other shocks. Okay, for example, we have seen in India mein, it has been seen 10 to 12% of people, they every year they go to the below poverty line just because of health infrastructure, health expenditures. Because we have seen 80% of, okay, the health expenditure, it is out of pocket only. That means people are spending their own money from out of pocket. So that can be said with this help of income support. But problem आएगी implementation में. What is the implementation problem? Given the current status of financial access among the poor, in the sense their bank accounts, accessibility to the banks, this is a, and bank is located at far distance from the poor. So given this current status of financial access among the poor, universal जो basic income है may put too much stress on the banking system. So implementation में lot of issues can be possible. अगेन फेवर इसका क्या है, इंप्रूवमेंट इन फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन. ये क्या है, सी फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन का मतलब क्या है, एवरीवन कम्स अंडर द फाइनेंशियल नेट ओनली. तो यहाँ पे पेमेंट वो ट्रांसफर जो होता है, जो correct banking correspondent and an endogenous improvement in the financial inclusion will happen or not. Credit, increased income will release the constraint on the access to the credit for those low income levels. So definitely financial inclusion will improve or not, it will improve. But fiscal cost given political economy hoga ki nahi hoga? Yes, because it once introduced. What is fiscal cost? Whatever the money we are going to spend, that is fiscal cost. Political economy, what is this? It simply means once this universal basic income has been introduced, it may become very difficult for the government to remove this in case of a failure. एग्जाम्पल मैं आपको दे रहा हूँ मनरेगा. Is it possible for the government to remove Manrega now, even though there is lot of committee reports are there, a lot of unproductive things are happening under the Manrega? Whatever the money, around 40,000 crore rupees we are putting in the Manrega, if we put that money into the building of the infrastructure in proper way, then definitely it is going to give lot of actually productive assets compared to Manrega. But can we remove? Not possible. For example, electricity subsidy that we provide to the farmers. Now, because of that electricity subsidy, what will happening? If farmers are actually they are using this water continuously without any discrimination. So what will happening? Now groundwater level is going down. Can government have this political power to remove this electricity subsidy? No. Next election may they will be removed by the people. Same way will happen here also. Same way. Once if it is introduced and if it is a failure happened, still it will not be possible for the government to remove it. Now another favor is psychological benefit. What is psychological benefits? A guaranteed income will reduce the pressure of the finding a basic living on daily basis or not. So that is psychological benefit will happen because the guaranteed income will be there. People will not be having that much of stress also. So this will happen here. Next, against political economy of universality, that is ideas for self-exclusions. कि opposition may arise from the provision of the transfer to the rich individuals. वो बोलेंगे कि भाई because you have universally you have given this money, and they can opposition can claim that most of the money is taken by the rich individuals only. So self exclusion is possible or not? That means people themselves can opt out from the scheme. Agar everyone is getting this this much money they are going to get, then it is not possible for the people to do self exclusion. But ऐसा नहीं. Example हमने देखा है. For example, LPG cylinder subsidy में, when actually Prime Minister Modi has given a call to opt out from this gas subsidy, many people have opted out. So again, favor and against में we are having lot of argument. Next, administrative efficiency. ये क्या होगा कि whenever a universal basic income इन प्लेस ऑफ प्लोथरा ऑफ सेपरेट जो गवर्नमेंट स्कीम्स हैं, क्योंकि देखो गवर्नमेंट के पास पैसा कहाँ से आएगा? फ्रॉम वेयर गवर्नमेंट विल ब्रिंग दिस मनी. सो व्हाट गवर्नमेंट विल डू? whatever the other lot of schemes are there, government is going to take all these schemes and remove all these schemes, and whatever the money that government earlier is spending on those, government is going to transfer through this universal basic income or not. So now lot of pressure will going to reduce over the administration to implement so many number of schemes. Automatically administrative efficiency will improve or not? That is the favor. Another is exposure to the market risk. Cash versus food problem will happen. Lot of cash is there in the hands of the people, but food is not in the market. Then inflation will happen. If inflation will happen, no matter how much money you are giving, then purchasing जो purchasing power है, it will going to reduce. So that can be possible also. That is for and against. But ध्यान रखना, Sikkim became the first state to India to roll out this universal basic income. सिक्किम ने ऑलरेडी कर दिया है. ठीक है. Yes, definitely it can motivate people not to work, but again there are lot of actually arguments are there in this favor. ऐसा नहीं कि सारे लोग काम करना बंद कर देंगे. For example, if you are getting 40,000 rupees, okay, आपको मिल रहा है 40,000 rupees, 50,000 rupees per month, okay, एज सैलरी. आप क्या आगे काम करना बंद कर दोगे क्या? नो, नहीं, आप फिर भी काम करोगे. यू वांट टू डू वर्क बिकॉज यू वांट कि you should get at least 60,000 80,000 okay 1 lakh rupees per month. Definitely zaruri nahi just because the people are getting 2,000 to 3,000 rupees per month they will stop working. Correct. If there is any other country, yes, there is countries are there who implemented this universal basic income. Okay, most of the countries basically are developed economies only. They are not developing economies. See, administrative efficiency. What is administrative efficiency? Right now we are having number of schemes. Okay, number of schemes are there. Now those who are implementing those schemes, they even do not know how many schemes they are having. They have to implement each and every schemes. People are not aware how many schemes they are running so that they can take help of these schemes. So multiple schemes are there, and same actually administration is to implement those schemes. Same staff is there. So staff is less there to implement those schemes. If we remove all these schemes and simply transfer, okay, whatever the amount we are saving by removing all these schemes, now that money directly we are transferring to the bank account of the poor people, then definitely what will happen? Those administrative staffs were there. Now they will going to be relieved or not? They need not to implement anything now. automatically administration efficiency or administrative productivity going to be improved or not? Yes, it will going to improve. Okay, UBI can lead to the increase in population growth. ऐसा नहीं है, it is not going to increase the population growth. Has nothing to do with it, because it is not going to give to every. See, why population growth will happen? Because more number of people are there, so government is going to give you more money. But अगर one mouth is extra there ना, so that money whatever government is giving extra amount, that will go what actually people are saving. So it has nothing to do with the population growth. Any other doubt? Correct. चैलेंज इसका है, डेफिनेटली वी कैन राइट देयर आर लॉट ऑफ चैलेंजेस आर देयर. ओके, ऐसा नहीं कि देयर इज नो चैलेंज, चैलेंजेस आर देयर. फॉर एग्जांपल, चैलेंज आपका है large demography. This is one challenge we are having regarding implementation of this scheme, because covering a large population may lead to a drainage of fiscal resources. Correct. Coverage of large population, it may lead to the drainage of fiscal resources which are required for the capital investment in India, like upgradation of railways, electricity, combating climate change, renewable energy. हमें यहाँ पे पैसा खर्च करना है ना, but most of the money will go where? Here only, fiscal resource will go. Second challenge we are having, for example, geographical challenge. This is also be a challenge we are having. What is this? Market access is unequally distributed. ध्यान रखना, market access is unequally, not equally. Market access is unequally distributed because urban versus rural market, rural area. Rural person or जो farmers हैं, those who are living in rural areas, for them accessibility to the market will be will be very difficult compared to those who are living in the urban areas only. Across India, hilly regions are there, district regions are there, plain areas are there. Agar suppose example, if you are giving the money, they need to go to the market to purchase the food, purchase the rice. They are going to lose one day work or not? They are going to lose one day work also. So that problem will happen, and simply transferring income may not lead to the delivery of the service also, because in that market nearby, if no food is available, no rice is available, no wheat is available, no sugar is available, then what they will need to do with that, but that money? Nothing. So that region will happen. Geographical challenges there. Correct. Jobless, I not understood what you are asking. Is there jobless? Yes. Yes, it can lead to the inflation, definitely, because if you are not increasing the supply, okay, and money is there in the hand of the people, definitely it can lead to the inflation also, no doubt about that. Job loss, definitely, okay, job loss होगा या नहीं होगा, DC, okay, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है कि because of that job loss will happen. Okay, next problem is moral challenge भी तो आएगा ना. What is this moral challenge? Gandhiji was against the free lunch. Gandhiji was against the free lunches. A man should earn his food and should not accept it freely. Gandhiji has said this, like Manrega. So moral hazard is also there. Why you are getting free everything? So moral hazard भी होगा कि लोग काम करना बंद कर दें, कुछ लोगों के लिए मोटिवेशन हो जाए कि why we need to do work. तो ये इशू आ सकता है. That is another challenge. Another challenge हो acceptance challenge. What is acceptance challenge? Because universality principle will be seen as unjust, especially in the country like developing country India, where lot of resource crunch is there, lot of fiscal deficit is there. So universality principles will be seen as unjust to the poor, as payment will be made to those who are rich. This will not be accepted by all. कि आप अंबानी को भी दे रहे हो पैसा, you are giving to the poor person also, correct or not? So that problem will happen. Okay, because you cannot equate that ki you are giving the money to Ambani also, you are transferring to Arvind Kejriwal also. So rich and poor, lot of issues will happen. So acceptance challenge will be there. Fifth problem, I already told you, banking challenge. Like already, okay, one student has actually DBT has to be well established, direct to banking transfer जो होगा. direct benefit transfer, that problem. Banking challenge is there. Not all habitations have been covered by the banks, we already know this. Not all the areas have been covered by the banks, and lot of time and energy is spent in access banking services physically, correct? Even economic survey also pointed out this jam, that is Jandhan, Aadhaar and mobile system as a prerequisite for a successful of the UBI implementation. Economic survey ने बोला भी है कि if you want to implement universal basic income, first you have to implement this Jandhan, that is bank account, Aadhaar linked and the mobility. Aadhaar link इसलिए so that avoid the ghost ration cards. Okay, yes, higher fiscal deficit will reduce private investment. Yes, जिसको बोलते हैं crowding out effect. In economy we call that crowding out effect because highest fiscal deficit will be there. Simple से मैं बता रहा हूँ. Okay, for example, अगर higher fiscal, because suppose this is the market, इसमें बैंक भी है, प्राइवेट इंडिविजुअल भी है, एक गवर्नमेंट है, another is private individual है, both want to take money from this same person, but the thing is government के पास fiscal deficit, government will going to borrow lot of money. Government के पास तो problem, government can borrow anything. So for example 100 rupees is there ना, earlier government was borrowing 40 and private investment borrowing 60, but since lot of fiscal deficit happened with the government, now government need to borrow 60 rupees, now only 40 will be left with the private investment, जिसको बोलते हैं crowding out effect. This also will be possible, correct? Another problem जो होगा, जो आपके पढ़ा है, sixth is federal challenge. Another problem will be federal challenge. What is federal challenge? Federal challenge is center state negotiations on cost sharing for the program could delay its implementation. Ki both will have going to fight ki how much center government need to share, how much state government need to share. That is the problem we need to know. Correct? Clear hai? So these are the challenges are there in the implementation of this universal basic income scheme. Any doubt till here? Clear? ओके, कंक्लूजन कैसे करना है आपको? देखो 2017 इकोनॉमिक सर्वे, ओके, हाउ यू हैव टू कंक्लूड. Already in 2017 economic survey has included, okay, this universal this scheme. Okay, economic survey already had flagged this universal basic income scheme as a conceptually appealing idea and a possible alternative to social welfare program targeting at reducing poverty. एक लाइन ये लिखना है आपको, उसके बाद what next line you have to write. UBI, that is universal basic income, envisages an uncompromised social safety net that seeks to assure a dignified life for everyone, a concept that is accepted to gain traction in global economy buffered by uncertainties on account of globalizations, technological change and automations. In last line we can write, UBI is a powerful idea whose time even if not ripe for implementation. This is the important line. UBI, that is universal basic income, is a powerful idea whose time even if not ripe for implementation is ripe for serious discussion. This is how you can quote. Clear? So at least it is not ripe for the implementation, at least it is ripe for the serious discussion. We need to discuss. We need not to go away from this discussion of the UBI. One day its time will come, definitely, just like other developing countries. So other developed countries are there, they are having this. Clear? Any doubt? Yes or no? Any doubt? Okay. Now we are moving to another, that is Mission Sagar. So what is this Mission Sagar is there? Because currently, because of this corona issues, this Mission Sagar was in the news. उसके बाद थोड़ा पढ़ना है because it is important for the prelims purpose, not for the mains purpose actually. मिशन सागर में क्या है कि मिशन सागर इंडिया हेल्पिंग हैंड अक्रॉस द इंडियन ओशन. दिस इज द मेन what is all about is it is about helping and across Indian Ocean. It is inspired by Prime Minister's vision of Sagar, that is Sagar means security and growth of all in the region. It is inspired by the Prime Minister Modi's vision of Sagar, that is Sagar means security and growth of all in the region. In the region means Indian Ocean region. जिसमें क्या हुआ था, INS केसरी on a special mission to deliver COVID-19 assistance, including medicines, medical personnel, food items to 5 Indian Ocean partners. वो कौन कौन से इंडियन ओशन पार्टनर हैं, दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर द प्रीलिम्स पर्पस. ओके, दैट इज MMCS. सिंपली ध्यान रखना, MMCS 5 है. मालदीव्स, उसको फूड आइटम दिया गया. नंबर्स इज नॉट इंपॉर्टेंट, प्लीज डोंट ट्राई टू रिमेंबर नंबर्स. अगेन ये भी नहीं ध्यान रखना है किसको फूड दिया, किसको के मेडिसिन. डोंट, जस्ट ट्राई टू रिमेंबर द नेम ओनली. मालदीव, मॉरिशियस, Madagascar, Comoros and Seychelles, and see their locations over the map. This is important. So these countries ko India has given help in this COVID-19 pandemic time. So what is the security? What is this Sagar actually? What is this Sagar? Security and growth for all in the region. What is the meaning of this? So this security and growth for all region, it was launched in 2015. It is India's strategic vision for the Indian Ocean region. What is this? It is India's strategic vision for the Indian Ocean region. Indian Ocean जो भी region है entirely उसके लिए. Okay, this Mission Sagar India seeks to deepen economic and security cooperations with its maritime, okay, neighbors and building their maritime security capabilities. ये आपको ध्यान रखना है. Correct. Next is India seeks to safeguard its national interest and ensure Indian Ocean regions to become inclusive, collaborative, and respect international law. That is there. And another is the key relevance of Sagar emerge when seen in the conjunction with India's other policies, especially India's Act East policy. Act East policy क्या है कि जो ईस्टर्न कंट्रीज हैं, स्पेशली ओके ईस्ट एशियन इकोनॉमीज, फॉर एग्जांपल साउथ कोरिया, सिंगापुर, मलेशिया, इनके साथ इंडिया हैज टू वर्कली इंडिया नीड टू गो विद देम. जैसे लुक ईस्ट पॉलिसी है, लुक वेस्ट. एक्ट ईस्ट पॉलिसी कुछ भी नहीं, इसको लुक ईस्ट पॉलिसी भी बोलते हैं. वी यूज्ड टू कॉल दैट अर्लियर लुक ईस्ट पॉलिसी. लेटर इट नेम हैज बीन चेंज टू एक्ट ईस्ट पॉलिसी बाय सुषमा स्वराज. प्रोजेक्ट सागरमाला पढ़ना है इसको. बट इज प्रोजेक्ट सागरमाला. प्रोजेक्ट मौसम इज नथिंग बट इट इज सिंपली okay, culturally we are connected with each and every Indian Ocean partners. Okay, that is project motion. इसको बोलते हैं soft okay power diplomacy we are doing. And India is a net security provider. Net security provider in the sense everyone is going to provide security, but India will be the just going to work just like a big brother attitude. Focus on the blue economy. Blue economy means economy that is coming through the water, coming from the water. Source is water, that is blue economy. So that is Sagar all about. That you have to do, remember, for the mains exam as well as for the prelims exam. Now next is that we have to cover this group 7 countries, because it was in news because Trump is asking to actually expand this G7 grouping into G11. तो कौन कौन से कंट्री हैं पहले ये देखना है. What who is the members in the G7? Canada is one country, USA, UK, France, Germany, Italy and Japan. Total 7 countries are there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Russia earlier was the part, then it was G8, but because Russia has actually annexed the Crimea region of Ukraine, at that time it was expelled from the G8. So now G8 again become G7. That we will cover. Correct. So basically this group of 7, it is the international this line is very important because UPSC when they will going to write in the prelims exam कि G7 is a NGO, G7 is an international organization. So it is actually international, intergovernmental, because governments are involved here. Okay, economic organization, ध्यान रखना, it is not the security only, it is the economic organization. मतलब main focus will be on the economy. This is very important term है, you need to remember. Consisting of 7 largest developed economies in the world. So G7 countries already I covered you: Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, UK and USA. Next is, अब यहाँ पे ध्यान रखना, जो यूरोपियन यूनियन है, यूरोपियन यूनियन इज समटाइम्स कंसीडर्ड एन 8th member of G7. Please remember this. European Union sometimes is considered as 8th member of G7 since it holds all the rights and responsibilities of full members, because it has all the rights and responsibilities like other full members, except, ये important, to chair or host the meeting. European Union as a bloc cannot chair and cannot actually host the meeting. That is the only thing they are not having. But like other members, they are having every other rights. इसलिए sometimes it is known as 8th member. Now why it was in news? Because G7 summit is an event conducted annually. It is an event, it was conducted annually, where world leaders from 7 powerful economies of the world come together to discuss burning issues happened around the globe. The major purpose of G7 is to discuss and deliberate on international economic issues. I already told you, main focus is economic. And G7 is capable of setting the global agenda. They can set global agenda because they are the big economies. Because decisions taken by these major economies have a real impact. Thus, decisions taken by at the G7 are not legally binding. This is again important. Decisions taken by G7, they are not legally binding, but they exert a strong political influence. They are having lot of political weight, even though there is no legality. They have no legal binding, but political influence is there. That we need to know. अभी क्या आया है? They're asking for the expansion of this. Okay, क्या चाह रहे हैं कि expand कर दो, expansion of G7. So this thing we need to know. Proposed expansion has suggested inclusion of कौन से countries को? India, Australia, South Korea and Russia. So now Donald Trump and they are thinking that we need to expand this G7 into by adding 4 other members, then it will become a G11. So other 4 members कौन से? Name is important for the UPSC prelims. India is important, Australia is important, South Korea is important and Russia is important. India, Australia, South Korea and Russia, these 4 countries are there. Correct? Next is, existing G7 group has been called an outdated group of countries. That Donald Trump had given this statement, and other USA president earlier also said the same thing, because most of the time contribution is done by the USA but not other countries. That is the reason is we are saying that existing G7 group has been called as outdated countries, as it does not include emerging economies of the world, and thus it is believed that group does not follow the current world order. Current world order में emerging economies को we need to follow. It is unclear that proposed expansion will be permanent or temporary. Why? Because ऐसा तो नहीं है, because it could be possible कि currently USA administration they want to exclude China. So these 4 countries, they are suspicious कि ऐसा नहीं, just because they want to actually exclude China, because China is not part here. See, under G7 China was not there, and here also in the 4 countries China is not there. So they are thinking that it will be permanent or temporary. If permanent, then it is okay. If temporary, then USA is just working in its own self-interest only and to antagonize the China. That means again re-inclusion of Russia. I already told you earlier, Russia was part, but it was removed because Russia has annexed the Crimea region. Crimea region पढ़ना है आपको. Please see in the map. You have to show. You have to actually check. Okay, the map. कि where is Crimea is and what is the water body that is near to the Crimea. So proposal of readmit Russia is expected to receive strong reactions from G7 member countries. Correct? Because other G7 member countries like UK, Japan, whether they are happy or not, that also we need to know. Alone actually this USA cannot do anything. Okay, that is the case. Russia is seen as ally of China. Already we know that Russia actually is more comfortable with China because of political ideology is same with China around. That is the case. So G7, it was known as G8 for several years. I already told you earlier it was known as G8. After original 7 were joined by Russia. So Russia joined. So Russia was not the part of original G7. Russia joined only in 1997. So question can be asked here कि G7 in prelims के लिए this statement is important है. Statement will be like this कि first time okay USA is okay going to expand G7 और ये कर सकते G7 was never expanded. No, in 1997 G7 was expanded and Russia was included there. Correct. So group returned to being called G7 only after Russia was expelled as a member in 2014 following Russia's annexations of the Crimea region of Ukraine. So in 2014 date this year is important. This year is also important that we need to know. So India का क्या योगदान है? What is the India's purpose? India at the G7 summit. Whether India participated earlier or not, because India is not a member of G7. So whether India was invited earlier or not, because this time we have seen in the news that Trump has invited Modi on the G7 summit, virtual summit, जिसको we can call. So ध्यान रखना, India had attended the G7 summit of 2019 at France. India already attended G7 summit in 2019. So it is not the first time India is going to attend. India has attended G8 5 times even. Before G7, there was a G8 2014. So India has already attended G8 5 times, okay, as a special guest by various hosts of the G8 summit in the past. So as a special guest, India already attended. So question is, if this is the first time India is going to attend, it is incorrect statement. India already attended earlier also. That we need to follow for the prelims exam. Now, what the things they are actually doing? Attempt to unite allies against China. That is things they are doing. That we need to know. USA is attempting to unite all the allies against China. It's just like a new Cold War, like earlier tha na Cold War, USA versus USSR. They are actually targeting the ally countries so that they can bring them into their own countries. So whether USA is playing now the same things or not, China is not a member of G7. Already we know this thing. Despite being the world's biggest population and second biggest economy, still it is not a part. When you are saying that all emerging economies should be the part of G7, then why you are not including China? But China has relatively low level of wealth per head population. Because of that, it is not considered as advanced economy, because per capita income is not that much of enough so that it should be considered as advanced economy like other G7 members. Because of that, it was not added. The expansion of G7 has been believed to be planned to unite. It is believed, okay, to unite all the traditional allies to deal with assertive diplomacy of China. That's they were thinking. The proposal comes amid ongoing issues between the US and China, which includes Hong Kong issue, Taiwan, okay, the origin of COVID-19, South China Sea, tensions, trade. So other countries are thinking that USA is playing, okay, for its own self-interest. USA is actually uniting other countries against China. That is possible. Correct? So that is the reason is definitely in recent past also we know G7 itself is a failure. Yes, it is a failure. That is the reason is present administration is asking to expand this G7 into G11. If it was not a failure, then why they are asking for that? Clear this? Any doubt till here? Okay. Now one last topic remain. Yes, see whether there is opposition or not. No country has given any official statement till now, but definitely they have not supported this idea also officially. That is the problem. See, Japan can support it. आप ध्यान रखना कि see USA क्या कर रहा है? USA wanted to counter. USA wants to counter the China. Simple. USA wants to counter the China. Clear. So USA is going to support. Japan is also having issue. ध्यान रखना, Japan is also having issue with China. So Japan also can support. What about Canada? What issue they are having with the China? Nothing. So it could be possible that Canada will not going to support it. France definitely can support it because France is very near to the India only. But what about Germany? So we don't know whether every country are supporting or not, because they have not given support to official statement. Clear? Any doubt till now? Now US China Cold War. So because lot of we हम लोग पढ़ रहे हैं अभी, okay, because in the news editorial, lot of editorials have been written about it, whether it is a new Cold War or not. So first we need to understand, to see, this is very important for the mains point of view. So we need to understand every, okay, issue to the point only. First issue is involved. What are the issues involved actually? Issues involved are trade war, number one issue between USA and China. So this you have to remember by heart, okay, to write in the exam. You just by adding this issue only, you will get some marks definitely. So issues are trade war, number one issue. Second is China's military rise. Yes, this is also issue. China's financial rise, it is also an issue. 5G और Huawei और technology issue, security issue जिसको बोलते हैं, that is an issue. South China Sea dispute, that is also an issue. COVID-19 pandemic, that is also an issue. And Hong Kong autonomy. These are the issues that is involved between USA and China currently. You have to remember those issues by heart actually. Yes, Trisla, they have to actually agreed by other four countries also, okay, because India also should accept, okay, Australia also should accept. Everyone need to accept, then only they were going to join, otherwise they will not going to join then. So the thing is that they have to agree for all other four countries. Yes. Now the thing is that these are the issues involved. We need to remember these issues. First is trade war, China's military rise, financial rise, technology issue, South China dispute, COVID-19 issue, and Hong Kong issue. This. Now recent reaction क्या हुआ अभी? Recently, USA bought passenger flights from China. तो चाइना ने भी रिटेलिएट कर दिया कि हम भी नहीं, वी आर आल्सो नॉट गोइंग टू अलाउ पैसेंजर फ्लाइट्स फ्रॉम यूएसए. तो it is just like a cold war only. No missile has been actually flown, but still lot of issues are happening. So cold war 1 क्या था? What was the cold war 1? USA versus USSR. So cold war 1 was period between 1945 to 1991. It is a geopolitical tension between Soviet Union, earlier it was Soviet Union, and its satellite states. Satellite states, that is Eastern European countries, and United States and its allies. तो हुआ था क्या था कि पोस्ट वर्ल्ड वॉर सेकेंड, जब वर्ल्ड वॉर सेकेंड हैज बीन कंप्लीटेड, द वर्ल्ड गॉट डिवाइडेड. After post World War II, the world was divided into two power blocks, dominated by two superpower actually. One is led by Soviet Union, another is led by USA. These two superpowers, they were actually primarily engaged in an ideological war. This is very important term. They were engaged basically in ideological war. Problem was ideological, not financial rise, not military rise. Ideological matlab capitalism. Okay, capitalism was actually led by the USA, and communism or socialism, it was led by, who was leading that? USSR. This is the important thing we need to know. So that was the problem between the capitalist USA and communist Soviet Union. The term cold, it is used because there was no large scale fighting directly between the two sides. The term cold war, it is used because there was no large scale fighting directly between the two sides, इसलिए इसको बोलते हैं cold war. So this is the cold war was there, first cold war, correct. अभी ये whether presently we are having this we need to qualify the cold war or not, that we need to know. So in this cold war जो अभी USA and China, yeah, India basically was a neutral because that is the thing we are having strategic autonomy. Okay, was India a neutral at Cold War? So ध्यान रखना, India's policy was strategically autonomy. कि we will decide where we need to go. See, openly we were neutral actually. That is the reason is we were having non-aligned movement. नाम correct. But by heart अगर देखें तो definitely we were close to Russia. But it is a tilt happened. Right now we are close to USA. Earlier we was close to Russia. So it happened because it is in our interest actually. Whatever will be the interest of India at that time, it was the interest of India to remain politically neutral. That is the reason India has followed that policy. Okay, for that we will having another class, okay, regarding whether India was neutral or not. So presently जो US China Cold War है ना, presently what is the basic actually? Like for example, earlier Cold War का basic क्या था? What was the basic? Earlier Cold War basic was this कि political ideological difference was there. Even this US and China also political ideological difference. USA complete open democracy है. China is not a democracy. It is capitalism. China is also capitalism, but state capitalism, not market capitalism. So politically they are different, but still we need to know कि in this Cold War actually basic is not political ideology like in case of USA versus USSR. जो main issues हैं they are related with economic, military rise of China, technical technological rise of China, 5G technology, and geostrategic. Geostrategic, for example, South China Sea, ASEAN, okay, Pacific regions. यहाँ पे China's का role is increasing continuously day by day. Okay, for example, Belt and Road Initiative, all these things. So this is the basic actually right now. Economic rise, military rise, technological rise, and geostrategic rise. These are the basics for this new Cold War. Again, still it is not declared it is a Cold War, but it is happening from the last one decade. It is not it's starting from the this year only. It is starting from 2000 only. So सबसे पहले लिखते हैं हांगकांग के बारे में. What is the issue of Hong Kong is actually Hong Kong basically, okay, it was a British colony from 1841. ध्यान रखना हांगकांग के बारे में basic. It was a British colony from 1841 when China, okay, ceded this island to the British after first Opium War. Then Britain actually handed this Hong Kong back to the China in 1997. Correct, as a special administrative region. Britain has actually given this Hong Kong to the China as a special administrative region. When Britain has handed this Hong Kong to the China, then one deal has been set up कि Hong Kong definitely deserves some autonomy compared to the China. So territory has been ruled under the one country and two system. That means Hong Kong will remain the part of China only, but system will be different. That was the case. इसलिए उसको बोलते हैं one country two system formula, agreed by the then UK and Chinese leaders. Hong Kong citizens have more autonomy and freedom than mainland China. But election process is still partly controlled by the China only. That is the problem. इसलिए pro democracy, okay, protest used to happen there. At present, Hong Kong residents can only vote for pre-approved political candidates only. Pre-approved. ध्यान रखना. Not like anyone can contest there. No. At present, Hong Kong residents can only vote for the pre-approved political candidates under Chinese law, making it impossible for a critic of Beijing to get on the ballot. Means those who are dissident of the Beijing policy, they cannot actually contest the election. That is the problem right now. Is अभी क्या हुआ? Presently, China has drafted one national security bill. What is this national security bill actually? It is not the old actually. This national security bill actually it was expected by the Hong Kong only to bring by themselves as a local legislation under Article 23. But Hong Kong actually failed to bring because of lot of protest happened. But now actually China is actually bringing this national security bill on its own under a specific law. That is the controversy. So this draft legislation that would have paved way for the Beijing to set up national security institution in Hong Kong. It is largely seen as a replacement of the controversial national security law, Article 23, which was suspended after the massive protest erupted in Hong Kong in 2003. So जो new security law होगा, new security law proposal would bypass the Hong Kong's Legislative Council. वैसे होता क्या है कि whenever actually any new law is coming, that must be supported by the Hong Kong Legislative Council. But this new law will be going to bypass by the Hong Kong Legislative Council, means they cannot actually take it anything. Equivalent of the city's parliament. It is just like a Hong Kong's parliament. Instead, it will be included as an annex. Annex मतलब as a schedule. जैसे अपने in the Indian Constitution there is schedule is there. Same way it will be included to the basic law, that is city's mini constitution. We call city's mini constitution. Here it will be added. The new proposal targets activities such as splitting the country, subverting the state power, as well as terrorism and foreign interference in the Hong Kong. Means those who are actually having these activities, they will be extradited from the Hong Kong to the China without even okay this without even concurrence of the Hong Kong. Earlier क्या था कि concurrence of Hong Kong government need to be taken. So without even concurrence of the Hong Kong government, those who are involved in these activities, okay, splitting the country, that means one country two system into two country two system, subverting the state power as well as terrorism and foreign interference, they can extradite it into the China's. तो इससे क्या होगा कि those who are doing protest, those who are dissidents, those who are against Beijing's policy, they can be extradited easily, okay, into the China. That means China is subverting the autonomy of the Hong Kong. So this anti-government demonstrators in Hong Kong, they have been referred to as terrorists by some mainland officials. Now they can be brought into the China for the prosecution. Correct? This is the problem. USA is not happy with this because since when Hong Kong was actually enjoying a lot of autonomy, then one special legislation was passed by the USA to provide some relief to the Hong Kong. That was not available to the China, but it was available to the Hong Kong. But now, since under this national security bill, China is going to control Hong Kong. Now USA will not ready to give this special status to the Hong Kong. This is the problem happened. Now USA China का timeline क्या है, that we need to understand. What is the timeline? Till 1970, that means from this 1945 to till 1970. China was actually USSR ally. जो China था, it was okay USSR ally in this okay old Cold War में. So USA क्या हो, USA cut off ties with China due to the territorial annexations of Tibet, because when actually China has annexed the Tibet regions, then USA has cut off the tie with the China. So USA was looking for regime change. जैसे for example USA was looking for regime change in African Peninsula, Korean Peninsula, North Korea and South Korea happened. For example in Indonesia regions, all these regions में same way USA was looking for the regime change in China as it was under communism. So they were asked, okay, USA was looking somehow we need to convert it into capitalism. So just like Vietnam, correct? So नहीं हो पाया वैसे, तो वियतनाम में they lost. So China had taken USA as existential threat now. So when actually USA was looking for the regime change, China has considered USA as its existential threat. फिर उसके बाद क्या हुआ कि there are ties, no relations happened till 1970. Then Nixon, he was president of USA. He came. So 1970s to 2000 relations completely changed through his advisor of Henry Kissinger. Henry Kissinger was the national security advisor of the Richard Nixon. Okay, so then cooperation has been built up, peaceful trade has been built up, policy of pragmatism have been followed. Policy of pragmatism in the sense कि practically रहना है, both need to work okay as according to their self interest this way. Okay, and this Henry Kissinger was doing this with the help of Pakistan actually, because Pakistan and China was very close. Okay, so with the help of Pakistan, this relation was built up. So यहाँ पे USA has played a very direct role in the China's development. Okay, in the hope, ध्यान रखना, in the hope that it will remain subordinate to it. कि China will remain subordinate to it, and it would remain a responsible USA ally. ऐसा उनको लगा. USA was thinking that कि if we are going to okay give some help in the development of China, then definitely China will going to revert back as a responsible ally of the USA. But China was driven by self-interest and national interest. उसको तो ऐसा था ही नहीं. So this problem happened. उसके बाद क्या हुआ post 2000 में what happens? As soon as China emerged as a major power in post 2000, as soon as China emerged as a major power, it started showing its economic and military power. इसने अपना रंग दिखाना शुरू कर दिया, military and economic power. So current aggression China has displayed is due to its this mindset, that is economic and military power, and it's now okay seeing itself as a global power, because earlier China was considering itself as an Asian power only, na. But now because of its very high okay or meteoric rise of military and economic okay power, now China starts seeing itself as a global power, okay, which can challenge the USA hegemony now. So that world, instead of becoming unipolar, it can become bipolar. That means one side is USA, another side is China. That is, China want to challenge the USA hegemony now. So China began its influence where Indian Ocean region में influence बढ़ा दिया, South China Sea influence increased, African countries में by giving lot of fund influence increased, Asia Pacific influence increased, Latin America countries influence increase. So all or those regions में they started increasing the influence. This happened after 2000. After this क्या हुआ? USA start taking rise of China as a threat. Now उल्टा हो गया. Now USA start taking rise of China as a threat. So now USA adopted pivot to Asia policy to contain China. Pivot to Asia policy मतलब है कि now we have to turn focus from the Atlantic region to the Asia Pacific region just to contain the China. Correct? This USA had taken the turn. So this pivot to Asia policy was not started by Donald Trump. It was started by even Obama and before that. China ने क्या किया? China started modernization plan in all the sectors in order to save itself from the existential threat of USA. So what China has done? Modernization in manufacturing, development of cutting edge level technology like 5G technology, military modernization, Belt and Road Initiative, Asia Infrastructure Investment Bank, National Development Bank, because they are challenging global institutions. कौन से? World Bank and IMF, because all both institutions they are captured by whom? USA and European Union only. So इसको hegemony challenge करने के लिए they came with this Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank and National Development Bank. Even space station भी बन गया. China is having its own GPS also. Huawei 5G technology. All these China has done just to give a challenge to the USA. That start happening now. Correct? So अभी ट्रम्प एरा में क्या हो रहा है? What happening now? So Donald Trump rating has been continuously going down because of mishandling of COVID-19 issue, rising unemployment in USA. So some issues should be there. So USA people they are also very antagonistic towards the China. उनको भी मजा नहीं आ रहा है. So Donald Trump understood this thing. National feeling जो it is against China. So he declared China as the enemy number one of the USA in the hope that it would help him in 2020 presidential elections. And in response of this, China has also been retaliating in the same brute force as trade war, banning of the passenger flights. And if this will continue, then this may become a new Cold War one day. This is the complete timeline between USA and China. Now, so I have completed this. Any doubt? Any doubt? Yes or no? Racism in USA is different. Racism is not new in USA. It was actually very old issue is there. Okay, when between North America versus South part of USA. So it is a very old issue. So what about this George Floyd? क्या था? He was the black person. He was actually taken by the police, and because of the brute force of the police, he died. Then people start raising this issue. Suppose example, in place of George Floyd, if any white person is there, then police is going to arrest that person the same way or not. That is the case as this. So this racism issue is not new in USA. It is very old issue. So you can quote this thing in this. Everything is not good in the developed countries also, because these developed countries they used to teach developing countries in your country casteism, regionalism, religion, these issues are there. So what these issues in your countries also you are having. So they should not think that everything is good in developed countries and everything is bad in developing countries. This model is not good. See, it is not, see, definitely it is not going to affect that much of Only thing is whenever USA is not the part of WHO, then definitely funding will not be available that much. Now other countries will going to fund, then not in USA. But it's actually because dollar money is coming from one country only. Second is China, that is coming only $40 million. Definitely credibility issue will happen. Correct. So इंडिया को क्या इफेक्ट रहेगा? डेफिनेटली we don't know right now how it can going to affect India, because definitely India is not taking that much of aid from the WHO. So racism is not started from South Africa, actually Africa entire actually. So LAC conflict between India and China we will discuss in our different lecture. It is also a complete big story. See, definitely USA wants that India should become its ally to contain the China, because what the thing, see, okay, what the thing is this, China actually क्या चाहता है, China want unipolar Asia, China wants unipolar Asia but bipolar world. USA wants bipolar Asia but unipolar world. Bipolar Asia मतलब one side China, another side India, and unipolar world means entire world में USA is number one. But what India wants, multipolar world, multipolar Asia. Correct. See, right now we cannot say it is a rivalry, it is a rival. No, it is not rival like China and Pakistan. We should not compare Nepal with China and Pakistan, because China and Pakistan issue is completely different, is a historical issue. With Nepal, we are not having that historical issue. These things regard dispute regarding Kala Pani and map, they can be solved, they can be resolved through diplomatic channels easily. So it is not comparable with China and Pakistan. See whether it will be cold war or not, but definitely after election only we will come to know. Because whenever election in USA will going to be completed, then only we will come to know ki where this relations between USA and China is going now. Any issue another? Yeah, D10 club, okay, proposals for 5G वो भी हम लोग cover करेंगे. That is lead by UK. So that proposals also हम लोग cover करेंगे उसको भी. Correct. See current affair पे ऐसे पढ़ना है आपको, whatever the newspapers you are getting, read that newspapers compulsory. Okay, there is no actually कोई भी उसका okay replacement alternative नहीं है. You have to read newspapers definitely. You have to read. Okay. उसके बाद in evening you are getting the current affair. Okay, this link. Read those current affair links. Then try to actually memorize how much data you are able to recollect from the newspaper. Whatever things you have read in the newspaper, whether you are able to recollect the things when you are going to read the notes, and try to revise okay every okay 2 3 days, because if revision is not there, no matter how much you are reading, that is not useful. See whenever okay development tasks, okay, that further steps are taken. See whenever diplomatic क्या होता है, diplomacy is not only at the level of officials. There are a lot of 9 track diplomacy. There are 9 tracks of the diplomacy is there. जिसमें not only officially but unofficially channels are also available. With the help of unofficial channels, okay, we try to okay bring the issues on the table and try to resolve the issue. So if diplomat ऐसा कभी होता नहीं कि diplomatic talks fail हो गया, then what we will do, next diplomatic channel will going to be okay involved there, and at one point of time actually this is going to be resolved then. See, no, whenever there is issue is bilateral, then no country want that that issue should go to the any international body, because no country will, for example, India China issue, both countries will not going to allow any third party to enter into that bilateral issue, because once any third party enter, or if you are bringing that issue okay before this multinational body, okay, then problem is this, no solution will be available. Only thing is everyone is going to take the entertainment. No need to prepare notes separately for the current affairs. Whatever the notes are available, just do underline. But whatever extra things if you are getting, just make notes for them. Or if you want to make notes, now try to make short notes or in the okay one note. You can, so that you can easily sort out the notes. Any other issue? Yes or no? If no, you can say N. Okay. Okay, everyone. Okay, thank you. Okay, I think everyone is okay. No one is having any problem. If you are having any doubt, please ask the doubt. Monthly magazine will be available. It is okay, compiled by the team. Okay, it is taking time because it is too big होता है, because हमारा जो current affair, it is not like 100-page current affair. It becomes actually 500-page current affair. Then we need to compile, sort it out. It takes some time. So definitely it will be available. Okay, I think before 10 it will be available. Okay, and this notes जो भी अभी हमने share किया है PPT, already it is available on your dashboard. You can download from there. It is available there. Okay. Okay, so next week again we are going to have class with some 8 to 9 topics again. Thank you everyone. And please attend the class regular, because after attending the class, your okay, these things will be in your memory for longer period of time. If you are going to read again these things now, you will understood things easily, and lot of things will be in your mind. And my perspective definitely will be both prelims as well as mains exam, not only prelims. I mean, not on neither prelims nor okay means. I am focusing both actually. Okay, thank you everyone.